Well, welcome to Tuesday Update. Today is Tuesday, September 29th. This past weekend was a beautiful weekend. We had great weather, and we had a good crowd here. We had 450, maybe 460, and we had people here in the church as well as in the Parish Center. And it was a really, really good weekend. I think more and more people are feeling safe about coming back, which is wonderful. We do ask that if you have any of those flu-type symptoms or you're not feeling well, please stay home for the good of our community. But I think things are getting better, and I think people are feeling safer with our safety procedures that we're doing here. This coming weekend is the feast of St. Francis of Assisi, and one of the things we've had the beautiful traditions of doing here for the last several years is blessing of the animals. You recall that out near the circle, we always blessed our animals, and then we started the tradition of blessing stuffed animals at the 10 o'clock Mass on Sunday, and that's been very, very popular with our kids as well. But of course, with this year, we can't do that. But we are going to have a drive-through blessing on Sunday. We're going to do it from 11:30 to 12:30 right out here in front. We hope that you'll bring your pets or your stuffed animals, stay right in your car, and we'll be out there in front, and we'll do a little blessing. And one of the things I'm really pleased about, I invited Lily from our school to come down and tell us a little bit about her stuffed animal. Lily, come on up. So Lily's from our school, and she's brought her stuffed animal with her. And Lily, what's the name of your stuffed animal?
May.
And tell me where you got May.
I got her from my grandma when I was born.
Okay. And then why is May special to you?
Because I've had her for my whole life.
Okay. And then where do you take May, or what do you do with May?
I keep her in my bed and sleep with her.
And you sleep with her in bed? That's nice, Lily. Good. Thanks for coming down and sharing your stuffed toy, all right? Thank you. Sometimes it's a really good thing to think about, why do we bless stuffed animals? And the reason we do it, and you see it with Lily, they have great love for their stuffed animals, and it brings them great comfort. And because of that, we bless them because they're very, very important to them in their lives. So our kids are welcome to bring their stuffed animals with them in front of the church here, as well as your live animals this Sunday, 11:30 to 12:30. You stay right in your car. We'll do a little blessing. Hey, this week is also Socktober week. We are trying to help our homeless shelters in the area, so we're trying to gather new underwear, T-shirts, and socks. And people can come in during the week in front of our church here in the main doors and drop off any of those, as well as the masses this weekend at 5 o'clock on Saturday and 10 o'clock on Sunday. Bring those in, and we're going to put those all together and bring them to some of our homeless shelters. We are continuing with our second round of our virtual wine and cheese receptions for our newcomers. And it is a lot of fun. We've done a lot of them. And so what we do is we take a couple of staff members, and then we get 4 or 5 new families or individuals who have joined our parish, and people are still joining our parish, which is beautiful, even in the midst of this whole COVID mess. But we connect with them for about 45 minutes, and we get a chance to introduce ourselves. We love to get a chance to meet them, welcome them. And one of the questions we always ask them is, why did you come to St. Pius? And I just want you to know, they give 2 very, very consistent answers to that question. The first one is they experience a really warm welcome. And, you're behind that. Thank you. The smiles, the introducing, saying hello goes a long ways. So thank you. And the second reason they come, for many of them, is they were personally invited. Somebody took the time to tell them about St. Pius and ask them to join them, either on live stream or here in person. And that invitation meant everything to them. So never underestimate the value of your invitation to somebody in terms of rekindling their faith lives. Our new Parish Life Center. You're going to be seeing a few changes here in the next week or two. You'll see some fencing go up around our area that we're going to be constructing. You'll probably see some signs out. So we're beginning to kind of get toward that start of construction. But you'll see some changes out there, and I'll try to keep you updated with what we're doing on that construction of the new Parish Life Center, which so many of you helped us out with, and I'm very, very grateful to you. Yesterday, we took our staff to Orisville for a day of retreat. I love Orisville. It was a beautiful day. Started off a little rainy, but then it was beautiful. And of course, I think our leaves have changed a little bit earlier. They're probably 10 days ahead of where they normally are. I don't know if it's the dry weather or the real cold snap we had last week, but it's very beautiful out there right now. So we gathered out there with all of our staff, and we prayed together. So we did Mass together. We did the Stations of the Cross together, the Ravine. Many of you have walked the Ravine at Orisville. It's beautiful down there. And then we also had just a chance to spend some time with each other, which is, I think, really important. Danielle Cox from our school, she came out, talked a little bit about the school and how we can work better as a team, get stronger as a team, and help each other out, which we found valuable. And then we did a little thing I think is really important, to celebrate victories and wins and talk about some of the good things that have been happening here at St. Pius, and gives me a chance to thank the staff, which is just outstanding. And then also a chance for us to make sure we're razor sharp on our vision of who we are and where we're going. And it gives us a chance to go back to our mission statement and talk about those 4 things that really define us as a parish, and in which we put all of our energies, all of our time, talent, and treasure has to satisfy one of those 4 criteria. And remember, we're going to be a welcoming community. We're going to get to know and love God. We're going to love and serve our neighbor. And we're going to invite others into a relationship with Christ. So that's who we are and where we're going. And it gave us as a staff just an opportunity to revisit those, talk about those, how can we do things better, but ultimately to be able to celebrate with one another that we've done a lot of things here well, and for me to be able to thank them. And we are so fortunate to have this staff that we have here. They work hard, they work well together, they are all in, and I'm so pleased that I get a chance to work with them, because I think we all enjoy coming to work. We love coming in here to St. Pius and doing our work. I was hacked again. My computer was hacked again. I must have sucker right here, because I get hacked all the time. So you're getting emails at home that are supposedly from me. They're not from me. They're always looking for you to buy me gift cards or, respond back to me. I will never ask you for money, okay, for myself. Now, I'll ask you to help us here at St. Pius with your contributions, but not for myself. So when you get an email from me that's asking you to respond back that I'm in need, I need this, I need that, just delete it, because I'm always getting hacked. So I'm sure you're probably getting some of these emails. People have asked us in this pandemic, how are we doing financially? And I just wanted to kind of report back to you, because I'm so grateful to you. We're doing pretty good. We're not where we were a year ago, but I wouldn't expect us to be. Just in terms of some concreteness, when you take a look at April, May, June of 2019, and you take a look at April, May, June of 2020, we're only down 15,000. And I think that's remarkable. Our Easter collection this past year, we were only down $7,000 from where we were a year ago. And I think that's wonderful. I know I asked Nancy Uruski, our business manager, what things does she see going on? And she credits many of you have gone to the online giving, in which we've doubled the number of people using online giving as one of the reasons that we're able to be so consistent in our giving. But just know that I'm really, really grateful to you, because we're doing really well, I think, in the midst of this pandemic. A couple of youth ministry updates. So we had planned on kicking off middle school and high school on October 6th and 7th. We're gonna wait 2 more weeks. We need a little bit more planning time, but I think it's gonna be worth the wait. So we're gonna do our first middle school gathering will be on October 20th, and our first high school gathering on the 21st. And it's important for our students to go online and register, because Lauren, our youth minister, she wants to reach out to you, and the only way she's going to reach out to you is on your email. But you got to register for her to have your email. And go to our youth ministry website, and she's got a lot of good information there, and little things like, when you do come here, that got to have a mask, got to have that personal health form filled out. So take a look at the website, and Lauren's done a good job of kind of describing, what our programs will look like, and maybe what you could do to help us. We've been asking parishioners here this fall, hey, what new faith goals do you have for the fall? And that was that whole idea that, in many ways, the start of school is really the new year. It's not so much January 1st; it's the start of the school year that is really makes us feel like a new year. So we asked some parishioners that question: hey, what are you doing in terms of your faith goal? And parishioner Denise Grant says this: my goal and our family goal for the fall is to return to church for live masses. From the beginning of the pandemic, the one thing that has bothered me the most has been the closure of churches. When masses started up again, I assumed that we would all return right away, but I felt overwhelmed with the changes and extra precautions, so I continued to put it off and move my goal out to another week. When I was asked to reflect on my personal goal, I realized it was time for me to turn my goal into a reality. And Daryl Lansing, she reflects as follows: the hint of the crisp, cool autumn air reminds me that change is constant, emphasizing just how important it is to embrace the present. My faith goal for the fall is to be more centered on the present moment, anchored in faith, and less preoccupied by reminiscing about the past or worrying about the future. So some nice reflections there. Well, I hope you have a good week. Look forward maybe to seeing you this weekend, either here in person or on live stream. And you take good care, and God bless.